name is Laura Hall, and a little history of my life. I was addicted, homeless, 10 years, broke, a beggar, a liar, a cheater. I was cold, lonely, guilty, but most of all, I was spiritually sick and hungry. The only thing that kept me going was Al, my friends, and another beer. First, they provided me physically. One Sunday morning, Al and I were drinking our morning beer. We had to save one for the morning because we woke up sick and had the shakes. Here comes Pastor Julia and Carol down our path into the camp. I knew she was a pastor, so I was embarrassed she could see me in that condition. Half drunk, looking like a river rat. I could barely concentrate on what she had to say. Honestly, I don't remember what she said, but I knew she wasn't judging me. She was kind and smiling. I remember that smile. I wondered if I could ever be that truly happy again. I remember she gave us some blankets and asked us to come to the basement. Al and I promised to go, but my heart really wasn't into it. First, they provided for me physically. I went to the basement meetings just to eat, hopefully to pick up some clean or warm things to wear. I often washed up in the bathrooms, stealing toilet paper for personal use in the woods. I had no future, no hope. But something happened throughout the weeks attending those Tuesday dinners. I started hearing scriptures from God's Word. I started to listen, started to have a little hope. I struggled throughout this time. My flesh wanted to be selfish. My addiction was powerful. It was easy to be irresponsible, easy to hide emotions and failures in a beer. Satan was in charge. I chose to let him control me. As miserable as I was afraid of change, afraid that I had done and said too much for God's forgiveness. Through all of my decisions, good or bad, the basement was there for me. They were there to listen, there to support us. Sometimes as mad as it would make me at what they said, I needed to hear it. Al, at the same time, oh wait a minute. I'm sorry, I have to read this, I'm awfully nervous. But I needed, at the same time they fed me spiritually, explaining scriptures and always making me feel the love of God. I know I have a long way to go, but they taught me that through God, all things are possible. Through God's love, through the efforts and the generosity of sharing her family. Oh gosh. See, I'm so sorry. They taught me that through God, all things are possible. Through God's love, He has mercy and is always forgiving. I have a warm house now to sleep in. I have food to eat and a bathroom to take a shower in. I have clean clothes. I just got hired today for employment. I go to the store to buy toilet paper today. I have good Christian friends and a church family. God has blessed me enough to have Spirit Al with me. We have taken this journey together. He asked me to marry him, and Pastor Julie is consulting us this week to get prepared for the big day. But above all, I found God. He is my Father. He talks to me through prayer and His Word every day. He never left me. If it wasn't for Pastor Julia in the basement, I may have never realized that. If the basement door wasn't open, I would hate to think of where I would be. I know I wouldn't be saved like I'm proud to say I am now. Thank you, Pastor, Mike, Carol, everyone at the basement. Thank you to the volunteers and the drivers, to anyone who gave their time and their money and spiritual guidance. I still see that smile every week, Pastor. but now I know it's coming from the Spirit of God. God bless and thank you all. Oh my gosh.